Okay, this is Rick Rouse with Momentum Options Trading. Just want to thank everybody for purchasing the course. I'm excited to be bringing you these videos, which hopefully I will get better with. But I wanted to get something out to you so I can get a little bit of the training started for the manual. The sections we're going to kind of cover real quick today are like the earnings part of the manual and like Strangles and Straddles. In the manual, how to trade options on momentum stocks. The first thing, earnings happen every 3 months, so you wanna start preparing for it now. Actually, last week, which I wanted to have this video done, but I just got my training finished up on Monday. So if you'll notice, I'm in Yahoo Finance. I trade with Options Express and Charles Schwab. But go to Yahoo Finance, financeyahoo.com. Type in earnings, and this is where you'll get like an earnings calendar. I print this up for the whole month, and then I just kind of keep it hanging on the wall, and then I'll highlight the trades I want to see, or that I'm looking at or want to do research on. If you'll notice, like last week with the Intel trade, we put it on Wednesday the 6th of October. And the reason is I like some of these plays from last week, like maybe Costco or what was the other one? I think on Thursday Alcoa reported. But I just kind of wanted to start preparing for next week, which is why I went with Intel. And then you can see Pepsi here. I don't think there was really much happening on Friday. So anyway, last week, like around the 5th, I guess I was looking at the upcoming earnings, and Yum was a possibility. But like I said, I went out to next week. Saw Monday was a flat day, but I knew Tuesday Intel would be reporting. So we went with the Intel trade here. Another trade I was looking at was Fastenal, which reported before the bell this morning. So today's the 12th, if I didn't mention that earlier. But you can see Fastenal moved 5% today, and it was probably maybe a decent strangle trade. The calls took a hit right here, while it might have been a straddle trade, but these went up, the puts went up because the stock dropped 5%. Oops. As you can see, I'm still learning this technology. But anyway, that was another trade I thought of. And then we went with Intel. And I will explain Intel here in a second. But I just wanted to show you how to start looking for trades, for the next few weeks. Again, you'll have earnings again in January. So you'll be able to play those with, you'll get used to what I look for and how to hunt trades out. I think tomorrow JP Morgan's reporting before the bell. You got Charles Schwab here. Let's see. Yeah, JP Morgan before the bell, around 7 in the morning. They should report. They should report a good quarter. So if I was going to do a call option trade, I would have bought maybe it'd been risky to buy the Octobers, but you could have bought the 40s for around 90 cents, and if it goes to 41, 42 on a 5% move, then you've got a good payday. Or you could have went out to the Novembers, picked up the 42s for around 80 cents. You might make 50% on your money if it goes up, if shares go up 5% tomorrow. But the financial stocks have been lagging, but today they put in a good day, so we'll see how that plays out. But, and I think Thursday, we've got some heavy hitters going up, like, let's see, Google. Yeah, here's Google. We probably won't play that because it's a $500 stock, and I'll show you real quick how expensive the options can be. Just the Octobers right here, even near 500, they're 8, 4, 12. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's expensive. If you know, and Google used to move pretty hard in the past, but lately it's kind of, it's been moving, um, but it's been hard to say what they're going to do. Some of the other ones reporting, let's see, you got JB Hunt. You know, they might give you a little bit of outlook on the transportation industry. Um, but I think a lot of people are doing the rails right now. So, you could look at some upcoming earning rail stocks, and you got Safeway reporting here. We've played Safeway before with pretty good success. Um, I don't know if we'll play this one again. We'll have to look at the chart and maybe figure it out. But they report, they're going to be reporting, uh, what is this? Thursday. So, those are some possibilities. And then if you look for Friday, the big one I'm kind of looking at now is GE, maybe as a straight up call option. You'll be looking at, the Novembers, because the Octobers expire this Friday. You'll see right here, they expire Friday. And that's just playing with fire if you do that. Uh, so GE straight up is a possible trade. Just real quick, let me do some math for you. Just a straight up trade. If you're looking at the November options, these calls right here, there are 18. The June, November 18 calls are at like 35 cents. So if GE went to 19, these options would be worth $1. You'd more than double your money. Or if you did the 17s, and if GE flew over 18, you'd probably double your money here too. So, I like GE. They're coming up Friday. And then next week, is it's probably going to be some more of the heavy hitters and just a lot more of the flood of earnings starting to come out. That would be it for Friday, I suppose. So, you go out to next week, the week after that, and then you start looking here. You'll see Apple on Monday. So any trades on Monday you'll want to look at on Friday. So like Friday you'll be looking at this, and if you want to play Apple, which is $300, um, it's going to be expensive just to play the premiums on those options. The one I'm really like here is Baidu. I don't even maybe as a straight call play, but you could possibly do a straddle on it or a strangle. But it's going to be a little pricey, Straddles. If you did the November, Straddles buying 100 put and 100 calls, so that's like $7 there. And then the 100 put, is around 750. So you're paying $15 just to straddle Baidu. But I actually think that stock is going to move 20% after earnings by November, one way or the other. So, that's a possibility. Then you could look at the Strangles, the 110 call or and the 90 put to go with it. That would be a strangle trade. And that's that's pricey too. 325 and 350, you're looking at 675, $7 just to put on a strangle trade. So, that's what we're looking for next week. And, maybe I'll go over some of these plays, just to go over the math with you. And then, like, at the end of this video presentation, I'll try to update it with a little PowerPoint, just to show you the math we were looking at. Here's another stock I'm watching. You'll see it on our current watch list. Also, just want to remind you, like, on the weekly wraps, I normally list the companies reporting earnings. So, I save you a little bit of this research, but, you've still got to start learning how to find trades. And this is, like I said, this is how you're going to find them. Just print up your calendar and then, start highlighting them and then, figure out calls, puts, straddles, strangles, and, figure out what you feel comfortable with. Deckers, they're going to be reporting next week. It's been a pretty volatile stock, so that thing could shoot way past its 52-week high. We tried to put on it because Nike was reporting earnings, and that didn't work out too well. So, I took a few risks with this market because it's topping near April highs, but it looks like we're going to break through. But the only thing that scares me is the currency risk, and if the Fed's going to do what Wall Street wants it to do. But real quick with the Intel trade, I closed the calls because I was expecting more of a move. When we got in the stock, it was around 1928, and it's moved up about 3% since last Wednesday. So the calls we got into were the November calls. We did a strangle trade. We got into the November 20s at 35 cents, and we closed in the day at 51 cents, which was good enough for like 42% on the trade. But we have the put options open here that are down 34% because we got into these around 35 cents as well. The reason I closed out the call trades, I might have been a little aggressive, but I wanted some protection going into November because we have 3 current call trades that are open. So we made like a little over 40% of the calls, and then the Intel put's going to provide protection in case the market does crash and Intel falls below 18, which is where we're going to need it to be to make a little bit of cash on this trade. So the reason I wanted to close out the calls is because if you'll notice, Intel was kind of right here, so it was kind of near the top of resistance. And I just kind of felt like they couldn't impress Wall Street, which is, I just didn't think we would probably bust through 20, which it looks like right here. If I could draw a line across here, you could see where we're just breaking out right here. So, in after hours, shares popped over 20, but by the end of the session, they closed right under 20. Extended traded is from 4 Eastern Time p.m. Eastern Time from 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's I'll explain that in another video, but again, I didn't really trust Intel, and I really didn't think they could say much to impress Wall Street, but it looks like they did. They topped analyst forecasts, but the bar was lowered. So the other reason is with October expiration coming up, I also figured that the lid would be at 20, which is where the bears would try to keep the shares. So there was you can see the options. There was just incredible volume. People were probably trying to do some of the same things we were, but of course we were in the Novembers. But that's some of the reasoning. I just wanted a little protection while making some money on the call side. And with 3 calls open, call option trade opens, and with the possibility of adding more, we just, like I said, I wanted some protection. So that's how I'm trading it. I'll probably be adding some call options in the next few days or weeks. And you just don't want to get caught in case there is something bad lurking out there. So, we might even play it safe and wait for a full breakout. But hopefully this video helped. If you have any questions, email me directly at rick@momentumoptionstrading.com, and I will respond within 24 hours to you. We're going to be setting up a room with all this stuff in it. In the meantime, just work with me. And then after that, I'll have dedicated support and stuff like that. And if I'm training somebody to answer emails in the course, and we're growing. So thank you guys and gals for helping us grow. Appreciate your business, and I'll be back hopefully this weekend with a look at how to break down some of the trades. See you then.